Today I'm going to share my experience using Valspar's One Coat Exterior stain and sealer on this outdoor stairs and deck using an HVLP sprayer for the application. I recently had this project to stain and seal. I've used Valspar's transparent stain on a few projects recently, and I've been very happy with the results, so it was my first pick for this project as well. It's a water-based product, which I love, but it's durable and the colors I've used have been great. What I wasn't looking forward to was the time it was going to take me to hand brush all those railings. My go-to sprayer is this inexpensive one from Harbor Freight. I've used it with multiple mediums and have always been happy with the result. It's lightweight and the cup is just the right size to hold enough product and not be too heavy on the arm. The thing I like the most about it is the price. It's only about 15 bucks and you can sometimes even get it on sale for only 10. Just a tip, it doesn't come with the connector to hook it up with your air hose, so if you don't have any extras around, you'll want to snag the right one for your setup while you're there at Harbor Freight. They're super cheap, so I always have a few on hand. For this project, I used a 30-gallon air compressor, but I've used my 15-gallon DeWalt compressor at home many times for spraying paint, and it's always been enough for the projects I've done. I wouldn't suggest anything smaller than a 15-gallon air compressor. Okay, I gotta talk for just a second about stirring your product. I really think that one of the most important steps that many people don't do or don't do well enough is stirring. The hardeners that help you get a nice durable finish are heavier and they tend to stick in the bottom of your can, so you gotta scrape the bottom of your can with a paint stick and really stir it in well. I stir until I can't feel the resistance of the gunk on the bottom of the can and when I can lift the stick without a glob on the end. Now for the fun part, the spraying. Working in long, even strokes, you just go to town and get the best coverage you can. It was a little tricky for me to spray with one hand while recording in the other, but when I'm not recording, I do my best to spray with long, even strokes. Avoiding changing directions in the middle of a section and going from end to end and returning the gun while it's off the board helps to keep the product even without pooling on the ends. So now for my take on how I felt like it went. The spraying went really well, and it was much faster than doing this by hand. It definitely wasn't as even as I would have hoped, and if I was doing this on a deck where it was important that I had good, solid, even coverage, I would probably opt to use a different method for application, or I would spray and have somebody be right behind me using a roller to even it out as I go. For this deck on my friend's farm, having the finish slightly uneven really isn't an issue. The main point was to just get it sealed and protect the wood. And this was a great way to do that quickly. It took me 3 gallons to stain the whole thing, including the bottom of everything I could reach. I did it in one coat, and after it was all said and done, I was really happy with the end result. So that's it for today's video. If you've had experience using stain and a sprayer, I'd love to hear how it went and what products you used. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. While you're there, hit the subscribe button and follow me for my next project. We'll see you soon.